To the Full Tracy Money Audio Commentary. This is Owen Tracy recording. It is 3:11 p.m. That is Central Time. Today is May 8th. I thought we'd kick off with the Nasdaq. It was up and in positive territory today for most of the day and closed above the 20,000 level. Now, it didn't quite hold on to all of the advance through the end of the session. So there's a bit of a more nuanced picture that I think needs to be covered here, because we've certainly had an intervention in the market by President Trump. And this is very similar to the kind of move that we had on the 9th of April. The market found at least a short-term low on the 7th and bounced. Then it pulled back on the 8th. Then on the 9th, you had an early posting on Truth Social by the president, and he said that it was a good time to buy. And those who followed his advice did very well initially. Then everyone else rode in behind that when it was announced that tariffs were going to be delayed. So everybody who went long was rewarded, and then subsequently rewarded even better over the course of the last month. So then we had a similar type of event in here today, where during the signing of what looks like a pretty low detail trade agreement with the UK, he also said that it was a great time to buy and that the US economy was going to go up in a straight line like a rocket ship. Well, that was certainly enough to fuel demand, and we saw a strong rebound on the stock market. But then it gave up some of the advance towards the end of the day. And there's a lot of moving parts here. But certainly when we look at the markets, we've had pretty significant moves in the stock market, where we had a good sized advance by the tech sector. And that really is more about the possibility that tariffs on China will be reduced, and that perhaps we're moving into a more benign environment where perhaps the result of negotiations would be freer trade for the global economy generally. So that's certainly being viewed as a potential positive. Now, when we think about what else is going on, well, the stock market was up. Bitcoin was up even in an even more impressive fashion. It was up over $4,000. So I think that's a really significant advance, and it is closing out the day above the 100,000 level for the first time in several months. So that's certainly something to pay attention to. It also helps to very clearly emphasize that Bitcoin is